Hi, Jason here, checking in, the host of the 2024 Prettiest Butthole in Michigan competition at Dejavu Showgirls. This new show that I'm doing is called Behind the Cheeks, where we take a backstage backdoor look into the Prettiest Butthole in Michigan competition brought to you by Dejavu Showgirls. I have with me today award-winning entertainer. She is the CEO of her own businesses. She is one of my favorite people. She was also the judge of the 2023 Prettiest Butthole in Michigan competition. Welcome, Olivia Pearl, to the Behind the Cheeks. How are you doing today, Miss Pearl?
Hello, Mr. Poopy Turds McGee. It is so
How-
fantastic to see you again.
It's great seeing you. You look great.
Yeah.
I'm excited to sit there and rap with you. I had so much fun with you last year at the Butthole contest, and it's cool to get you on here to talk a little bit about the contest and about your career and all that fun stuff.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes. Hey, Buttholes brought us together, Olivia.
They did. They'll never keep us apart.
No, we are bonded by the brown eye.
Exactly.
So as one of the judges for the 2023 competition, what were some of the highlights of the contest that were like some of your favorite parts of the competition?
The whole thing really was grade A. It was a fantastic idea. Definitely shout out to the Lansing Dejavu team. Tammy and Cam and JR and everybody that had something to do with that. That was top-notch entertainment and content value for sure. If I really had to maybe narrow it down, man, that's a hard one, man. Those buttholes were taking the cake. I like the lady that won. She surprised everybody, I think, with the tattoo and the dedication and artwork she had going on. She was prepared, man. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, I'll tell you what.
I know when my queen spread her cheeks, I wasn't expecting the tattoo, and like early on in the competition, she was like, I think I can win this thing. And I'm like, nah, you drove out to Nebraska, all that early confidence. I'm like, there's no way you're going to win. Yeah. But when she popped them cheeks open, the room just got silent and money just started dropping.
Yeah, she had an ace in the hole for sure.
I mean, when she popped that tattooed butthole, it looked like the Kraken bottle around there. And it was just... money was falling, yeah. And I have to say she probably matched her prize money in money that was coming from the audience.
Absolutely.
Throwing the dollars in.
She set the bar. She set the bar. You know,
she did.
We kind of weren't even sure, you know, what exactly are we judging on and how is this going to relate to that and that. But when we saw that prize booty hole right there, we knew what we were looking for.
I knew it too, because we saw some nasty ones too. So there was some nasty ones. The gentleman with the butt plug in, that was pretty gross.
I think that disappeared by the end of the night, didn't it?
We don't know where the butt plug went. I think it landed in someone's glass of Sprite. We don't know. We don't.
It's only going one way or the other, huh?
Well, I remember when he popped his cheeks and we're like, oh, this man's got some jewelry. He's got an ornament. He's got a plug-in. But he didn't clear that with the judges first. So I thought that was a bold move.
Oh, he could have got disqualified.
He could have gotten disqualified. But then he went into the third round. That butt plug was gone. Yeah. And it was like, I don't know if he put it in his cargo shorts or what he did. But that gentleman's name is Pork Chop. And I'm hoping that he returns to the 2024
I'm sure he will. We got to definitely check up on him because he was special.
Yeah, we're trying. I mean, when anybody that shows up to a butthole contest with a gas grill, a pit bull, a butt plug, and he brought a pet. He brought his emotional.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I saw that. You told me that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was out in the parking lot.
That added to it. That would have been extra points. He'd at least made it to the semifinals.
He was in the same group. There was another man that's wife glittered his butthole in the parking lot. I think his name was like Butthole Benjamin, Butthole Brandon. No one can find him. He's gone into hiding since the competition.
I would too.
That
was a dramatic loss.
It was. My favorite one, though, was the guy that, I don't know if you remember this, he was like right at the beginning. He popped his cheek, a crowd went crazy, and then he got off stage and just kept on walking out the building.
Yeah, there was a couple people that disappeared. I don't think he knew what he was getting into.
I don't know what
he had to stay face, but he's
I
like,
think
nah, exit stage left.
is when you get on that stage, you get nervous. There was 600 people, they were cheering, and it stunk.
Yeah.
I mean that we just ain't nothing about it. There was an odor to the butthole
Yeah.
contest that year, and
I think it was about 40 minutes in.
oh god, it was
It
rough.
started getting real hot and
Oh,
real musty.
once that sweat, I mean, my ass stunk.
Yeah.
Like when I popped my butthole, I
Oh,
wasn't
I
worried
know.
about.
I had full
You've
frame
seen it.
right though. I smelled it. I seen it. It was lasting memories, my baby.
That picture of you counting my butthole spokes is world famous, Olivia. Yeah, how many people? If you guys go look on my profile, you can see a picture of a woman with her cell phone out taking a picture of my butthole. It's this queen right here counting my spokes.
Yes, in full awe.
Yes, you let me know how many spokes I had. You let me know I have 9 spokes. I wouldn't have known that if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, your color's a little off, a little blotchy in a couple places, but I'm pretty sure you've been preparing this time. I don't think you were prepared last time, so that was still a very nice presentation, sir.
I'm sponsored by a butthole whitening cream now. So since the butthole contest, an at-home butthole whitening cream. Shout out to Bright Targeted Skincare for dark buttholes.
Shout out. Send me a sample.
I got you, man. I will get the people at Bright to clean that booty hole up.
Yes.
I'm telling you, and I'm sure I never seen any of your work because, like, okay, this is weird with me. With anybody that works in the adult world, I don't go if I know them personally. I don't go look at their work.
Gotcha. Well, you won't see too much of my work. Most of my work in that aspect stays on stage or in the featuring kind of entertainment. I don't necessarily do adult entertainment. I do model. I do nude model. And you can think Lansing Dejavu. I do love being naked and star of attention in the middle of the room. So.
And a little bit about your background. How long have you been working in the industry? Like, how did it start for you? Where did this start?
Actually, this started when I was, well, in all honesty, it probably started back when I was maybe about 14. I used to babysit for a lady that was a dancer. And this was, kind of like late 90s. So shit was still like hot and popping. And, so I kind of grew up watching her do all the cool things that she was doing and come home with stacks and bags of money and so on and so forth. But dancing's really just always been my thing. Dancing's in my bones, and that's what pushed me in that direction. Otherwise, if I couldn't have danced, I probably wouldn't have done it. But, as soon as I hit 18, I hit the club, and Lansing Dejavu was one of the first clubs that I worked at, and I made it home right away.
Oh, wow. So Lansing Dejavu is it's not necessarily where it started, but it was like one of the first places in your career that you started dancing professionally?
Yeah, I think it was the third club that I had gone to, and that was the one. The first two were kind of like, I don't really like this place like that. I wonder if there's something else. And, Dejavu's always had a great reputation, and in Michigan there's quite a few of them. So I didn't want to necessarily go right next door, but Lansing was the next best bet, and I loved it up there. And I think I was there, including COVID and a couple on and off stints, about 7-8 years.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you've been affiliated with Lansing. So I gotta ask, they got the golden vagina in the VIP room. Is that your vagina, or do you know what vagina is cast on the wall there?
I remember hearing a story about it. I think there is some kind of famous story about it, but I do believe maybe that came either from one of the owners or from like Las Vegas. I'm not for sure, but that club is actually also one of the original clubs. Harry Mahoney is from Michigan, as far as I know, or started a lot of his career in Michigan. So Dejavu really got its start around there. And that club's been there for a long time. They've been there, I think, 30 some years. So that was long before me.
So you got to figure, I was in the military for 20 years, Olivia, right? And when I was a recruiter for the military, I was 20 years old. That was my first strip club. So at 20 years old, I was having a bad day at work. The first time I ever went was during the workday. I went to the strip club in full uniform.
Yeah.
I took the front license plate off my government vehicle so I could back it in. You couldn't tell at Dejavu in Lansing. And I went in, got 4 or 5 lap dances, and then I would go back to work and just tell my boss like I was out trying to find new recruits at the mall and what have you.
Yeah, well, hey, and that's why Lansing Dejavu has been so successful. One of the only day shifts in the spot.
Yeah, and it is the premier anal ass pageant.
We love it.
We love it.
Because we get naked, we get butt booty naked. That's what I've always said. I say, you can come see me get butt booty naked. And they're like, huh? Like, butt booty naked.
And that's the way I am. Like, if I don't go to the strip club anymore, I don't go a lot. But when I do, it's all nude. I don't care. I'm not going. I just don't want to see some titties. If I want to go, I want to see the whole picture.
Whole thing.
The whole
2024. Like, we don't have time for titties.
No, we got to see everything. I want to see the butthole.
Yeah.
I want to see, and I'm going to tell you what, every butthole of every dancer I've ever seen at Dejavu.
Love it. Because there's 1,000 beautiful ones and only those 3 ugly ones. And they're only there on Tuesdays at noon.
1,000 beautiful and 3 ugly ones. That also pertains to the butthole contest as well, too. You got to have a little dirt before to have the...
Sure do. You know, you got to appreciate where you came from.
That's it, man. Well, it's funny, too, because, like, people are like, pink eye patrol, pink eye patrol, pink. And I'm like, your butthole should be pink.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some people got pigment issues where that butthole is dark, you know, or maybe they're ethnic or something like that. But as a typical of the day you were born, that butthole was not brown. It was pink.
Well, that is standard stripper etiquette, though, just so you know. In our pre-shower, our pre-shift shower, we scrub our buttholes to make sure we get all that dead skin off of there. You know, get it shaved or waxed, whatever you got to do, but you got to exfoliate because you're right. You will get those blotchy, uneven rings and spots. And it's just not cute.
As I'm saying, there's some stripper out there that's just working, showing her butthole and not taking care of her skin, and she's probably all blistery and nasty. And so, I mean, they thank you for providing that knowledge and how to take care of your
I am
booty
here
hole.
for that. I'm here for that.
You said pre-shift shower.
Yeah, there's like a whole workup that you have to do, or at least that you should do. I guess I can't say everybody does it, but yeah, there's a checklist. There's a checklist in the shower before you go in. You got to shave everything. If you're a shaver, you know, you got to exfoliate everything. You got to make sure everything is plucked and tweezed. You got to hit all those pimples. You got to have the right body washes. It's a thing. Got to get the feet, scrub the feet.
Yes.
Scrub all the dead skin off. Yep.
Please. I love feet too. So I'm a feet guy. I've seen your shit. 10 of 10.
Thank you.
10 of 10. All right. I don't give many people a 10 of 10. But I seen what you're working with. Oh, look at that. Toe action. Tips French. And that's what I always say, guys. If them tips ain't French, I ain't sucking on them toes. I'm just saying. If I'm paying for your pedicure, them tips better be French.
Yes.
Just
that's extra.
Man, you ain't playing. You brought the toe game today.
You know it. Pretty feet. That's my nickname.
That's awesome. So also from the dancing side of things, you work in the business side too as well, and you run a couple different businesses. Can you talk a little bit about that, please?
Yes, I do. So let's try to checklist everything. First and foremost, House of Pearl, houseofpearlboutique.com is kind of just, that's me in a nutshell. It usually kind of encompasses a little bit of everything that I'm doing. But it's kind of more of like the retail side of things. If I have outfits or, different styles going on or other affiliates that I'm working with, I'll put a lot of the products there. Otherwise, I have a couple Facebook groups that I run. Travel Dancers Network is an industry insider group. We're about 3,500 strong all over the world right now. Obviously, mostly around here in the Canada and U.S., but there are quite a few participants from other places. The difference in that is that we are an industry insiders group. A lot of the other groups really just kind of cater to dancers. We cater to the whole industry as professionals. So there's a lot of clubs, a lot of managers, owners, house moms, DJs, pageant owners, magazine owners, photographers, anybody that would really be able to kind of help facilitate, your career or traveling or, tips, tricks. There's a lot of financial advice, advocacy going on in there. we've moved into another group, which is Strip Club Cult, which is a very new group, but that's going to be kind of our PR. That's going to be all of the events and things that are going on in the industry and our way of presenting that to a large group of interested people. So anybody that you know that loves strip clubs, loves the adult entertainment industry, loves to participate and patron it, that is the public group for them. They'll have all kinds of access to all kinds of events going on hopefully all over the world by the time it's said and done. And that kind of ties into the thing that I do during the day for the most part, which is my full-blown career, which is I am the vice president of entertainment for SCK Media TV.com. Thank you, sir. We are a global OTT independently owned platform. So I'm sure you know what an OTT platform is, but many other people don't. It is basically the platforms online such as Instagram, YouTube, Netflix, Tubi. Those platforms operate differently than just a website would. So we are a independent OTT platform, much like YouTube, that caters to content creators like yourself or many of us otherwise that are proficient or monetizable above social media standards. So, if one day, Poopy Turds, you wanted to make some type of reality show or movie or, other type of content that you might not necessarily be able to put on your social media or you'd want to monetize from it otherwise, we're the platform for you. We have categories and all types of content, just like YouTube. And we have full capabilities like pay-per-views, live stream, subscription-based, so on and so forth. So I, under that moniker, love to run the Strip Club King TV channel. So that's where I'm out here in my industry looking for all of the proficient content creators like yourself, like the event, the butthole competition, like what Dejavu is doing. I have a few exclusive events that I'm hosting, but that is a new OTT platform network that is catered to us in the adult entertainment industry, and we can pretty much put anything we want on there. We're not going to get banned. We're not going to get censored. We're not going to get shut down, shadow banned or any of that.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, like I'm going through it right now. I mean, promoting anything in the adult world, whether it's strip clubs, movies, anything.
Yeah.
People don't understand that adult creators from any capacity of the adult industry, they get villainized on the internet and it's just even their personal accounts. Like both have some friends that work in the adult world that can't even have like a personal Instagram gets nuked right away. That's not even anything tied to their career.
Right.
And it's just cool. Like someone like you is out here with solutions to that. And so it's pretty cool. And that's one of the things that I like about the industry that you're in is that, in comedy, everyone in the comedy side of things, everybody's all for themselves. And there's not a lot of like mentorship, but man, in the adult world, the stuff that you're doing, the stuff that Stephanie Motto's doing to try to mentor people and like help people, there's just not a lot of that out there. And so it's like, I will say this, the most straightforward people that I've ever dealt with come from your industry. And so it is no bullshit. Like whenever we deal with anyone from the adult world, it's straightforward. There's no issue with money. There's no issue with this. And I just wish other industries would take notice of that. And I think it's something that the adult world doesn't necessarily get credit for. Like right here, you're talking about running a group for dancers. If you want to get into it, you're showing them how to do it right. You're showing them how to do it the right way, stay out of trouble, put your stuff maybe off of the platforms onto this platform. You're still going to get your views, and it's cool that you do that. It's really
absolutely cool. Thank you. So yeah, we see a lot of the issues, especially, obviously a lot of us are dealing with them. So that really helps. Like I said, this isn't, some corporate board somewhere making decisions for somebody else. And, especially in a lot of the Hollywood and the mainstream media, you see strip clubs and strippers and other adult activities in just about every show. So why are they demonizing us and acting like what we're doing is so terrible while also cashing in on it and keeping us in a box? And it's not fair.
That's what I'm saying. It's not fair. And there's so many ways to do it right. And I think that like businesses like Dejavu, people like yourself and other people, there's a lot of other people in the industry doing good things. And
Mhm.
it doesn't ever get talked about a lot. And that's why I'm glad that you're on here behind the cheeks to talk a little bit about this. So the people that follow me will understand too, this industry is just full of absolute professionals.
Yeah.
It's not what everybody thinks it is. And
Yeah.
even when I started working with Dejavu, it did so much for my career, but I just opened me up to a whole world that I didn't quite understand. And it's like now that I kind of work in that world, the adult world, it's great. I obviously did the butthole contest. I hosted the prettiest pussy in Ohio.
What? Why you ain't tell me
Yeah.
about that one?
Yeah, that was in Toledo, Ohio. That wasn't for Dejavu, that was for
Okay.
Bucks.
Hey,
But
Bucks is a great brand too. We love Bucks.
and I tell you what, homegirl, Cyrus, shout out to Cyrus. She ran the prettiest pussy in Ohio. It was a well-oiled vaginal pageant, and it had, I mean, it was sold out. That venue was sold out. I don't know if you're familiar with Uncle Laser, but Uncle Laser popped in after his show for
Nice.
a few minutes. What was different from the butthole contest to the pussy pageant was the pussy pageant was all pros, no
Okay.
amateurs.
Okay.
But the manager of the Bucks has one vagina lip. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but she lost a vagina lip in a freak combine accident as a young girl, and she was going to compete in the prettiest pussy in Ohio. And I
He would
said,
have won.
I had everybody sold on it. I'm like, listen, we got this one lip wonder. I think she's favored to win. I get to the venue, and she's like, I can't do this. I'm management. And I'm just like, bitch, these people came to see that one lip.
Sure
You got to
did.
give
Like
them
that
what they
trumps
want.
everything. And
I
you know
under
what? Let me make just a comment on that too, because that is also kind of a barrier that I would like to break down. Especially because there's not a lot of females in leadership roles in the industry either, but most of us came from the stage first.
Okay.
So I also kind of have a little bit of a issue with that. We can't be sexy, we can't be pretty, we can't do the things that got us here while also, being the boss of things. So I understand where she's coming from, but I would have loved to seen her break that wall down and bust it wide open. I'll tell you.
Man, if I was like the manager of a venue like that, I would be like, listen, I'm gonna work the pole, and if you got to do what I do, and if you can't do what I do, you got to get off the fucking stage, bitch.
Right,
Like,
that's the
I would
bar,
be
man.
the
That's the bar.
worst manager. Like, if I were a female dancer and I was in charge of other female dancers, I would like, bitch, polish your toes.
Yep.
You, yeah, shave.
Yeah.
You maybe
Yeah.
don't shave a little bit, like I
Don't
would,
shave a little bit.
yeah, I would be like, maybe you should let that grow out, girlfriend,
Yeah.
cover that up a little bit. I just would be the worst at that. But I would be like, if you can't outdance me, then you can't work here.
Yeah, that's how I look at it too. So, like I said, I understand some of the stereotypes in the industry, but I think we're stereotyped too damn much. Let's stop doing it to ourselves.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's already hard enough, but it was still pretty cool that I met a woman with one vagina
Yeah.
lip.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely want to see that. I'm gonna look her up. Have you met the lady with two vaginas? You have.
Whoa. Well, let's talk here. Where's this
Okay,
lady
let's
with two
back it up a
vaginas?
little
Where's she
bit. Let's
from?
back
Where's
it
she
up.
from?
Now, there is a medical condition. Now, I've only heard of two ladies in the world today. One of them I have met personally. One of them I just saw on TV. But back a few years ago, BJ McNaughty was touring with a lady that had two vaginas. And it's not Dejavu. Hustler Club, maybe? I can't think of the name right off hand, but it's the Dejavu that's in Detroit. It's not called Dejavu though. They had them there, and I think JR and I went to go see them. And this lady really has two stinking vaginas. They are right next to each other. So the outside looks normal, but on the inside, she has two holes. And one goes to the left and one goes to the right. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, it was. You want to see money on the floor? You want to see the place go wild? You want to see total chaos? two vaginas would do it. I think any kind of like, you know,
And so
outside of the norm
you've seen
vagina,
it.
but they were that was a thing. Like you couldn't get to the stage. There was just money flying. She had little like the little neon things, like the little snappy things that glow in the dark. Like she showed we fully understood what was happening by the time she was done with that stage. And there's probably shit, $50,000, $100,000 all over the place.
Holy cow! So so she's got 6 sets of lips.
No, she just has the 2 lips. It's normal on the outside, but when you get to the hole, there is a thin wall, and it's like split in half where she now has 2 holes.
Okay, I got a lot of questions.
Yeah,
Are
me
both
too. That's
holes,
why I went.
I want to know, are both holes usable? Or is there
Yeah,
like
yeah,
one
yeah, yeah. They're
hole
both
that's like,
usable. In fact, the lady that I saw do an interview on TV, she says that her one side is a virgin and her other side she's having fun with until she gets married. So they are, yep, they're both usable. I think that lady, maybe 3 ladies. There's something else I heard about a lady was pregnant out of one side and not out of the other. So I think there's like a full, in certain ladies, there might be like a full secondary reproductive system.
holy cow, man! It's a mutant 2-holed pussy.
Yeah, we should start a show.
Wow. Yeah, we need to talk. She needs to reach out to Bucks for the 2025 prettiest pussy in Ohio.
She's giving her a
Damn.
run for her money.
Wow. I thought I'd seen
Yeah,
everything.
I've seen some crazy shit doing this stuff this long, man. I've seen some crazy shit.
Have you seen the amputee lady
Yep.
from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan that lights her vagina on fire?
Oh, she's an amputee and she lights it. Give me a little more, because we might be talking about the same person.
You can find her Instagram. It's under Flowy Chloe, and I think she moved. She moved to Vegas. She's a Vegas performer now, and she lights her stumps on fire. It's freaking wild.
Yo, let me look her up, because if this is the same lady, say it one more time.
Flowy Chloe. It's like FLOWY, and she spells it funny. She's real hard to find on Instagram. I hosted an event at another venue, and I was like, man, I need some entertainment. And everyone's like, hey, you got to get this girl that lights her stumps on fire. She's an amputee lady. She does a lot with fire. And so I get a hold of her, and the first thing she said is, I've got insurance.
Yeah. Good. Check. But you'll have to send it to me. I can't find her.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. But she's from Michigan originally, and I share stuff from time to time to help her get some followers, because it's hilarious.
Okay.
And she's got I think missing an arm and a leg.
Oh no, then this ain't the same lady. Yeah, so there was a young girl. She was probably in her 20s, and Lansing Dejavu has an amateur contest every Thursday night, right? It's rain or shine, no matter what the fuck the thing goes down. Stand on business. So again, I've seen so much crazy shit, but there was this young lady. She was probably like in her early 20s, maybe around 24 or so, and she comes in one night, and this girl was a double leg amputee, and she come out. She had one amputated above the knee, and the other leg was below the knee. And she had like a couple friends with her, and I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for this conversation that got us here. But this girl comes out, she's got a cute little outfit on, she's got, her legs on, she's got her boots on, and she's out there like hitting the stage, and she's doing the thing. And of course, we're egging her on, and we're having, because like, power to you, sister. It was a great time. The energy was on point, and before that girl's shit was over, that motherfucker took both her fucking legs off and whirled them around her head like this. As we all fell out. Yo, we fell out. She came back about 3 or 4 times, and she won every time. We had her from there on out. So
have seen some shit.
Yeah, oh, that was beautiful. And she did, every time she came back, she got better. So I know she was like really into it, and she was practicing and shit. And she probably really would have gone far as a feature, like if I ever find her again, now that I'm where I'm at, I'll probably snatch her up. She had a great attitude. She's loving what she was doing, and she was funny as fuck about it.
Man, you have seen some shit. Like, what's the craziest experience that you've ever had as a dancer when someone came in, like, with a customer? Like, what's the weirdest, craziest? Do you think of anything off the top of your head that just, like, burned into your mind that you'll never forget?
You know, that one really was kind of chill. The highlight of our stuff, I think, was the amateur contest, because you really never knew what you were gonna get. You know, and I just always remember thinking, I would just love to be a fly on the wall for these conversations these girls are having before they get here, that gets them here. But it was always really funny. It was always kind of the same thing. They would always be really, really nervous and like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I need to drink. Does this look okay? Does that look okay? I don't know what I'm doing. You know, they'd be in the dressing room just freaking the fuck out. And by the time they hit the stage, I would time it. I'd give it about 30 to 45 seconds, because they had 3 songs to do. So they could do the first one. Well, no, the amateur contest, they had 2. So they did the first one, they would get topless, and then they just had to get naked by the end of the song. But that was everybody's thing. They're like, I don't want to get naked. I don't want to get naked. I've never gotten naked before. I'm naked in public and na. Dude, 30 to 45 seconds and them bitches was naked. Every time. Every time. No hesitation. They get out there, they get the lights, they see the faces, and they're just like, woo!
Girl, I'm gonna tell you what, getting on that stage, when you get on that stage, there's something about it.
It's magical.
When I've been on like comedy stages, I've done the Laugh Factory, I've done like some bigger venues, but when you get on that stage, you want to there's something about it. Like when I was there with the butthole contest, right? I'm like, I'm not gonna show my butthole. I'm not gonna show my butthole. But when those people are roaring,
yeah,
it gives you a level of confidence that you never thought I was just like, I popped that cheese.
Like, my butthole.
I mean, I took my shirt off.
You were having a good time. Same shit. Yep, same exact shit. You hit that stage and it's a whole different, like, dimension.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, it was just like, it was an eye opener. And it's like, you know, I don't think I would ever dance professionally. It's not my thing, but I will say that I'm probably going to pop my cheek open again at the 2024 competition, okay. You know?
Well, do that, good sir. Do that. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be there this year to see it. So I'm going to need first person framing. I'm gonna need my content, like my personal content, as if I had taken it myself.
Yeah,
I'm collecting. I'm adding you to my scrapbook.
Oh, we're gonna have pictures this year. I'm excited for the 2024 competition. Everybody's excited. The flyer just dropped. It's pretty exciting. I'm on it. And
woo, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty exciting. I'm butthole famous, and it's cool. I'm all the way down here in Austin, Texas, right?
Is that down where you are?
I live in Austin now, and I'm downtown Austin a lot doing comedy shows, and walking around, people like recognize me down here. Nice. Like, show me your butthole.
Like, is that in public? I can't.
Not in public, motherfucker. Save it for the contest. Save it for the contest.
You should get one of those masks made that has a picture of a butthole on it, so then you can just like put your mask down and walk around with your butthole out.
It's crazy, man. And I know you tell people, they're like, you know, what do you got going on? And I'm like, I host this butthole contest at a strip club in Lansing, Michigan. It was on my wife's birthday last year.
She's such a good sport.
She was a real good sport. I mean, she was getting up there with her cell phone light, and she was counting stink wrinkles.
I think that really was the thing. I think she really had a good time, though. That was probably like the birthday she didn't know she needed.
Oh, we learned a lot. There's a couple things I learned about hosting a butthole contest with my wife. The first thing we learned, we have the same taste in buttholes, Olivia.
Nice.
We do. We like them pink, under 12 spokes, you know, not smelling, but we have the same taste in buttholes. And the second thing that we learned is we fully agree that the smelliest thing about the butthole contest was not a butthole at all. It was not. It was this dude's breath. That motherfucker's
Mm.
breath smelled like menthols and dick. It was ugh. So I'm gonna say
The
that you're
cowboy?
no, I don't want to say who it was. I don't want to embarrass him.
All
But
right.
Cowboy was a fan favorite.
Yeah, he was. I almost wish he would have won too. I think if the other girl wouldn't have been there, he would have won.
I thought the Cowboy was gonna win. A little backstory about the Cowboys. I served with him, and
No way.
yeah, I
Small
served with him as
world.
a recruiter in the military in Michigan, in Lansing. I served with him, and he was like, "Hey, this is my last week in the military. I'm getting ready to retire. I want to go out with a bang." And he
No pun
showed up.
intended, huh?
He showed up. His wife didn't come. She was like, "I think I'm gonna sit this one out." And
Yeah.
he showed up with another dude that I served in, dressed up like a cowboy. And he's like, "I'm going out. My last day in the military. I'm gonna go out showing my butthole."
All
And
right.
he
Well, he
did.
sure as shit did that. He set a bar on his own right. That's for
But he
sure.
didn't even place. He didn't even
I
place.
thought he should have.
Nah,
I think we were looking for. I think we were looking for the strangeness.
yeah.
But if we were really on he had the prettiest motherfucking butthole.
That's what my wife said. My
He
wife's like,
had the
I'm not right.
prettiest.
She's like, "I love you, but that cowboy's butthole
It was
really did it for her." And
clean. It was perfect. His coloration was wonderful. I don't even think he even had spokes.
I don't know.
I don't
I
think
didn't
he
take a
had
good look.
spokes. So I
I
don't
mean,
know. Maybe that's like a genetically not modified butthole. His might not be real.
GMO stink star.
That might not be real. I don't know. I've ever seen a butthole didn't have spokes. Now that I think about it.
No, and I was just like, I was really surprised with the third place winner. The third place winner was my friend Ronnie. He's got cerebral palsy. He went by the stage name Guatemalan Dream, and he placed third. The Guatemalan Dream says that he's not coming back to take the title in 2024, but I think he can be convinced into it.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you need a little motivation, let me know.
Once some boobies start, all you got to motivate Ronnie is show him some boobies.
Yeah.
And he's good.
Yeah. Ronnie got to dance with me afterwards. We had fun.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Like, you're pretty. Can you come dance with me?
He was like, I don't wanna like get in. He goes, this is why he doesn't want to do the contest in 2024. He was like, there's this girl I'm talking to, and I don't want her to get the wrong idea. I'm like, Ronnie, you showing your butthole is gonna
right idea.
Yeah, you're gonna trust me. Women are gonna love you for
gonna
that.
Love it. Yeah.
I mean, how many people came to the contest as couples? There was a lot of couples at the contest.
Oh yeah.
There was
it was a full blown situation. That shit was standing room only at like 8 o'clock.
There was
like,
people
everybody
sitting on the floor.
Prepared. They said, we don't know how this is gonna go, but we are here for it. And they sure shit were. They were troopers. They stayed the whole show. They got there early. I mean, everybody participated, had a great time. The crowd was awesome. The energy in this shit was awesome.
Butthole Palooza. Well, Olivia, what else are you promoting? What else do you have going on? I know you sent me a DM about an event. It looks like you're promoting. Let's talk a little bit about what you have going on at the Sausage Castle a little bit.
Yeah, so you met Mike Busey at the contest as well. Him and I have hooked up and built a great friendship and working relationship. So he has graciously opened up the Sausage Castle property to me to have a exclusive, I'm calling it Scamp, because I gotta keep it spicy, shooting content camp. Again, this is going to be an exclusive event and produced for my Strip Club King TV channel. But basically, it's just a 3-day all-inclusive weekend at the amazing property that he has. It's Disneyland for adults. Like, if you think of Disneyland and how they got like the Star Wars and the Magic Kingdom and whatnot, like, this is for adults. It is a beautifully and professionally done property. Shout out to Mike and the whole team for the way they handle business and have put together the property. It's fucking mind-blowing, like, seriously.
What date is that again?
That's going to be May 17th and 19th. It's a little over a week away, so you can check that out on SCKevents.com. There's going to be the full event information and ticket link there, SCKevents.com. Also, you can catch me. Unfortunately, like I said, I won't be at the competition this year because I will be in Atlanta hosting for the Rick Ross Car Bike Show.
Shout out Rick Ross.
Woo-woo.
That's so
Yep.
cool. I saw you worked with them before too, right? Like, this
Yeah,
isn't your
yeah,
first
we
time
did the
working with Rick
pool
Ross.
party. We did the pool party last July. So, like I said, SCK is basically a media broadcast company on top of the OTT platform. So, we prefer or like to do a lot of events kind of ourselves. So, he pay-per-viewed his pool party last year for all those that couldn't be there. And this year we will be broadcasting the car and bike show. So again, that is something that happens at his estate. I believe they're looking to have about 15,000 people there on site. But we are the exclusive broadcast. So we are the only broadcast company on site, and we are globally pay-per-viewing that to the whole motherfucking world.
Man, and I tell you,
99 cents, 99 cents, SCKMediaTV.com. Go get your Rick Ross pay-per-view for 99 cents.
And for those of you wondering about any of Olivia's links on YouTube, I'll have that of all the links in the comments for you. So make sure to send me all those links for everything if you don't mind. And then that way we'll put that. So when this airs on my YouTube, there'll just be affiliate links to all your stuff. So if people want to follow you and follow your businesses and follow your career, they can do that after this
Thank
too.
you so much. You can find me at oliviapearl.tv on Instagram, Olivia Pearl on Facebook, oliviapearl.tv on most other platforms. And in my Instagram is a link tree that'll give you all the rest of my links and important information.
Man, it was so awesome having you on Behind the Cheeks. You're the first guest. This is kind of like new territory, interviewing adult work entertainers and people that work in the industry. And this went really well. And we said 5 minutes and we're at
I know.
41.
I'm like, what are we going to talk about in 5 minutes?
Yeah, 41. Well, we don't want to bug people. And like typically when you do this stuff, you just don't want it to drag on. But this opened up my eyes to a whole new, I was like, I think I need to do this more. More people from your industry. So this is educational, informative. If you want to follow Olivia, I'll have all the links in the comments. I want to thank you for coming on Behind the Cheeks. I also want to thank you for just what you do for the industry, helping dancers and helping people grow their business and grow their social media. That's what I love about you. Guys, if you want to see more episodes like this, just follow my YouTube for the long version. I'll post a couple clips on Instagram. This is Behind the Cheeks with Jason Vest.